What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to talk about my trip from Florence to Viareggio, Italy, and why it's one of Tuscany's best beach towns and why you must definitely visit if you're in the Tuscany region. Florence is absolutely amazing. It's known for its art, culture, and rich history. But after a couple of days of just being in Florence, especially if you go in the peak summer, it gets super hot. I'm talking about damn hot, and you want to have some kind of beach breeze and beach time. So even though Florence is amazing for a couple of days, it has a little lake running through it. You kind of want to get out and go to the beach, especially if you're in the Tuscany region. The great thing about Florence and its location in Tuscany is it's actually not that far from the coastline. So from Florence to Viareggio, sorry, I know, guys, I'm pronounced that absolutely butchering that pronunciation. So off the back, I apologize, but I'm going to pronounce it the other way. The entire video, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but I apologize in advance. But anyway, getting from Florence to Viareggio, the coast, I picked this and I stayed there because doing lots of research, talking to all the locals. There's different parts of the coast that's amazing in the Tuscany region, but every time I go to Italy, the great thing about Italy, I kind of want to do a mesh of different things. Amazing city life or city time. I want to do some things in the hills and try some wines, and I also want to have some coast and sea time, beach time, right? This is why for me, Tuscany is literally my favorite region and place in Italy so far, because it has all three things. Now, getting from Florence to the coast, it's gonna take you an hour and a half. Great thing is driving in this region is actually pretty smooth. The motorways are absolutely amazing, clean, great, in great condition. But guys, be warned, guys. There are loads of speed cameras. In matter of fact, my last trip, I got 2 speeding tickets. I did not get flashed, did not know when it happened. So basically, before I even carry on, I wanted to get this warning disclaimer. There's going to be loads of police just hemmed up in the corner somewhere with speeding guns. They're so damn lazy in Italy that they're not even getting the cars and chasing you down, or they're not even using cameras or speed cameras. There's some speed cameras here and there, but I found a lot more speed cameras in the Pisa area. But as far as Florence to Viareggio, there's a lot of stationary police with speed guns, so they're gonna catch you that way, and they're gonna send it regardless if you own a car or rent a car. They're gonna send it to your rent-a-car company. So guys, beware of that. Make sure you're doing the speed limit exactly, because when you're driving to Italy, you're gonna see guys and cars speeding past you, boom boom boom, and obviously you want to get to certain places and you want to drive fast, but you do not do that because you will get a speed ticket. And the speed tickets run you from 80 to 150 euros. I paid 2 and they were both about 150 euros each. So how do you get to the coast? How do you get from Florence to the coast? There's a couple of ways. You can do it by train, obviously, which is super easy, super cheap. There's a direct train that runs straight from Florence, Santa Maria Novella station to Viareggio, right, which is in the coast, and it takes you about an hour and 40 minutes. Great thing, tickets literally just run you about 10 to 15 euros one way, guys. Just one way. So obviously 2 ways will run you about 30 euros. Again, that's great if you want to go there for the day, which is great because it's only taking an hour and 40 minutes. So realistically, you get up early in the morning, go to the coastal town, spend a day there, and then come back if you want to do that. Or obviously, if you want to go there, I'm always going to go for a couple of days because I just want to be by the beach for a couple of days. So you could do that, then get you a hotel. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, if you want a cheaper option, obviously you can go by bus. Great thing about Italy that the transportation systems are really good, especially, and easy to navigate, especially when you're a tourist. There's a bus that costs you about 12 to 18 euros. And it takes 2.5 hours. So obviously there's going to be stops in between the way, so it's going to take a lot longer than the train. So obviously if you want to get there and have a nice day in the beach, I reckon you take the train. It's a little bit more expensive, but obviously if you on a budget, the cheaper option will be going for 12 to 18 euros depending on the bus that you take, but it will take you 2.5 hours. But obviously if you want the quickest way and the one way I would recommend, especially if you want to go there for a couple of days, is and most importantly, if you want to explore the whole Tuscany region, and trust me guys, Tuscany, it's so beautiful and it's so diverse. There's so many different things and so many different things to do in the Tuscany area. You definitely should rent a car from the airport. Guys, if you want more details, let me know in the comments, and I'll let you know how and what I used last to rent a car, and the company I use. If you want that information, obviously there's many information, but guys, one thing I always say about renting cars, guys, make sure you get full insurance. Trust me, check out my other videos. You should get full insurance, full comprehensive insurance, because peace of mind, guys, because these rental companies now are massive scammers. They're scamming people left, right, and center. Anyway, back to it. So rent a car. You have a car, it's going to run you about 35 to 50 euros, because, and you're about, damn, that's kind of expensive. It's expensive because of fuel, right? Petrol's actually not that cheap in Italy, but anyway, so it's petrol, but also toll fees, guys, because when you get on the motorways, there's tolls pretty much everywhere, right? So you always gotta get tolls. So then back will run you about 30 to 50 euros depending on traffic time that you travel, so on and so forth. But it's about hour and a half, boom, shoot up. So slightly quicker than train, but again, to peace of mind, if you go in there, there's loads of parking, pay to play displays, or depending on your hotel or apartment, they're gonna maybe have parking as well, so you can park it for free. But it's one thing I loved, again, too, I went in September, guys, so maybe I think in the summer it'll be a lot more busier, but this September is a perfect time if you want to go. September or before the summer, so like April, just before June hits, like April, May. So there was less cars and less busy, so there's lots of parking, and it was very easy to navigate, easy. But I always choose this town because if you go up, there's busy, more classy towns, more known towns, and blah blah blah. But it's a lot more expensive. So for me, all around, Viareggio was a lot better. Cheaper, just more beautiful, and it was an all-around great experience, and really good beaches as well. Here is because for me it gives you everything, where other towns are a lot more expensive, other towns are smaller, other towns are mix and match. Some other towns are even quiet. If you go up the coast more, it's super quiet. With this part in this coastal town, you have everything, guys. It's an amazing atmosphere, old, young. It's beautiful, super clean. The local food is absolutely outstanding and amazing. They have beach clubs, not a massive. If you go up to Mia, there's more. You go up north of the coast, there's massive, very well-known party areas. But I'm sticking to this right now. So it has a mesh of everything. It's more my speed, more chilled, more some party, some bars, some clubs. So it's a great speed. But most importantly, it has long, wide sand beaches, which is amazing. And with the beaches, guys, some hotels have if it's not on the beachfront, there's not actually a lot of hotels on the beachfront. They have partners with the specific beach. So along the beach, every beach has a different section. So there's a beach bar club in each one. There's all slots. So each hotels will have different partnerships with different hotels. So if it advertises as a beach hotel, beachfront hotel, they would have a partnership with one of the beachfront bars and restaurants and beach clubs, and they'll give you a ticket and you just show it and go in. So my hotel had a partnership or agreement with one of the places, and literally every day I wanted to go to the beach, they'll just give me a towel, then they'll give me a token, and I just have to give it to the reception, and I can use the beach and sit wherever I wanted. Most importantly, why I choose this place is one of the most easiest, no matter of fact, it's the easiest one to access easily, especially from Florence. So this is why for me, it's the best. It's the easiest one to get to by train, bus, or car. Things to do in Viareggio, amazing. Again, it's not massive. I think there are a little bit more things to do in Florence, but great thing with that, it's also not far from you can go into the hills, so you can get even like villas in the hill. We went to the hill one time, stayed there the night, overseeing a beautiful coastline. You can have drinks up there. You can get even pools, villas with pools. So you got amazing dining. If you go during a carnival month, which is February and March, you get carnival season, which is be super packed and super busy, but very cultural. You can just walk the promenade, which is just the the coastal walk, and literally there's lots of bars, lots of restaurants, lots of people playing music, and it's just a vibe, guys. It's amazing in the summer, absolutely amazing. For me, it was the best. Matter of fact, it was so good that I stayed a couple days. I went back to Florence and I went into the Tuscany hills and did like wine tasting, and I stayed in this in the hills, this villa where they produce wine, blah blah blah. Then I had a couple of days. I came back. I drove back to stay here again because I wanted to be in this coastal town. It's just, I had a fabulous time. People were amazing. My hotel, the staff were amazing. They treat me absolutely amazing. If you want to know a little bit about where I stayed in the hotel, let me know in the comments. I'll shoot you a message. And I also met the owner. The owner is absolutely amazing. It's like a family ran hotel as well, which is amazing. And it's great actually for health and fitness hotel. So they sponsor a lot of basketball teams, football teams, and stuff like that. So they have a lot of football recovery. My room, they gave me a room with a sauna in it, so that was super dope. So yeah, it was a great all-around experience. So again, if you're in Florence and you're like, damn, it's hot as hell, but it's a city break. But damn, we have 1 day, 2 days, 3 days free, and we kind of like sick of the city. Then guys, you 100% have to go to the coast and go to one of the most beautifulest and easiest coastal towns in the Tuscany region to get to. And you can have beautiful beaches, clear water. Again, it's not the Caribbean beaches, but it's still a beach nevertheless. You can swim, the waters are calm, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I 100% recommend this, and you definitely should do. And I always recommend a car because then you can do it as a road trip and you can stop off in between. The great thing about Italy, you can drive, take your time, stop off, have coffee, have food, stop off a little, like, you know, family ran business places and just enjoy the food and have drinks and stuff like that. So I always recommend this. But for me, the whole Tuscany, my whole Tuscany trip, so I went Florence, Pisa, and I went into the Tuscany hills, which is not too far from Florence. Then I went to Viareggio. I'm pronouncing that wrong, guys, sorry. But my favorite part was the coastal town. My favorite part was this beautiful coastal town, Viareggio. And 100%, guys, if I go back, this is how good it is. If I go back anywhere even close to the Tuscany region, I will make sure I have spent a couple of days just to go back to this beautiful town and just spend some time there. Absolutely amazing. Food is incredible, views are incredible, and the people were great. And like I said, guys, if you're anywhere in this region, guys, I'm talking about from an hour to 3 hours, whatever it is, and you have some couple of days and you're kind of tired of the city feel or just the condensed hot feel, and you just want some time by the ocean, you have to go there, guys. 100% recommend it, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I've given you some options how to get there. You can go budget way, you can by bus, you can go by train, or you can rent a car and get there. Either way, you have an amazing time. And while you're there too, you can, as you have a car, you're a lot more easier to move around. You can explore the entire coast of the Tuscany region. That's why the Tuscany region, guys, is one of the best regions for me in Italy, because it offers you a different things to do, but offers you a wide range of things to do, from, you know, city life, beach life, hills life, go in the hills, learn how to Chianti regions where they make the best wine in Italy, period, as well. So, and of course the food is absolutely amazing. The people are absolutely great too. So again too, if you've never been, you gotta go, guys. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you've been to Italy, what's your favorite region? And if you have been to this amazing coastal town, let me know what your experience was and what you thought about this town. And as far as Tuscany, guys, if you've been to Tuscany, what's your favorite part of Tuscany? Again, like I said, I keep going on, but this was my favorite part of Tuscany. But absolutely, Tuscany was amazing. So yeah, guys, I hope you found this video helpful and it gave you some information, and most importantly, gave you an idea of where you 100% must visit, and one of the coolest, most beautiful coastal towns in all of Italy, guys. So if you haven't been, Viareggio is a place that you have to go. So before I go, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that like button to support the channel so I can bring you more videos like this. Till next time, peace.